Alright, when you multiply like bases, what's your exponents? You add the exponents. Take a point. Right, you see how we're going through all of them? And I just started. So we start at A. Crazy. It's like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Alright, so when you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. When you multiply coefficients, so when you multiply coefficients, you multiply them. 11 times negative 3 gives you negative 33. The x's, you do 2 plus 7 and you get 9. 4 plus 7 and you get 11. Dun, 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 dun. How many of us got that right? Great job! Yeah, we learned this the other day. You were here for that.
What?
Oh, no, you weren't, because we did this yesterday. I'm sorry. So when you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. Yeah, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. So then, is that his water bottle or yours? Can you not, rub your face on his water bottle? Make sure you have your point strips out, guys. They're in the second drawer. Take them off the binder clip, then binder clip them back together. All right, B. B is division. So when you divide like bases, you subtract the exponents. So let's cover up that 10/15ths, and let's start here. We do 7 minus 2 and we get 5. 4 minus 1 and we get 3. Remember, if it's just a variable by itself, there is an understood 1 right there. If you need to draw that, draw that. Yes.
So the only time you can subtract or add exponents is they have to be the same,
like bases.
So same variable.
Yes. Yes. Then we reduce our fraction. What goes into both 10 and 15? 10 divided by 5 is? 15 divided by 5 is? Take a point, and that's where we got 2/3 from. Did anybody get that one right? Take a point. Good job. All right, C. We multiply like bases, so we add the exponents. So we multiply our A's together. 6 plus 3 is 9. 2, what's the understood exponent right here? 1. So 2 plus 1 is?
3.
And 4 plus 7 is? Dun, 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 dun. And then for D, when you divide like bases, what do you do to the exponents? Subtract them. So 10 minus 3 is? We don't have anything to combine with the F, so we just bring it over here. And 7 minus 3 is? 7 minus 4 is? Go. There we go. Does anybody have any questions?
How did it take you to get through this lesson yesterday?
Pardon?
How long did it take to get through this lesson?
We did both of these, so it took the whole class period. We did multiplying and dividing. And we did a checkpoint. So you missed a checkpoint. So I need you to do it tomorrow during 0 period. Or you can do it in a minute because our next lesson won't take long. So your test is tomorrow, but we need to learn one more thing that piggybacks on multiplying like bases. So we did multiplying like bases where you add the exponents. We divided like bases where you subtracted the exponents. So today what we're going to do, today's learning target says, I can raise a power to a power. And let's write the date. Today is the 21st. One day till Mi Madre's birthday.
I do.
Mi Madre is my mother. Oh, well, we'll send her a Snapchat and we'll say happy birthday. She'll love it. No, I don't. All right, so power to a power. Power to a power. Power to the peaceful. This is what it looks like. Manny, we're in class. Thank you. So when you raise a power to a power, it looks similar to multiplying like bases, except we're going to have parentheses, and then we're going to have an exponent on the outside. So raise a power to a power means you have two exponents, and you just multiply those together. You did, and you get a point.
I love being black.
That has nothing to do with it, but okay. I guess it would be a terrible thing if you hated it, but whatever. That's why it would be a terrible thing if you hate. Okay. All right. So what you do not. Now, this number right here, this is a base. That's not an exponent. So you do 3 cubed, which is 3 times 3 times 3. So what's 3 times 3 times 3? 27.
Yes. Help me.
Then you take this 2. When you raise a power to a power, you multiply. So 2 times 3 is? We should be faster than that. 2 times 3 is? Fantastic.
You just put every single one.
Yep.
That's it.
That's all you do. So when you raise a power to a power, multiply the exponents. But what do we do to the coefficients? Do we multiply those or do we actually power those? Power those. So power the coefficient. And I don't think that's the technical term, power the coefficient, but that's how we're going to say it, and we're going to be happy. Are we ready? Yes, no, maybe so. All right, let's flip it. Let's open this. Let's draw a line under here. So when we raise a power to a power, what do we do to the exponents? Multiply. Take a point. So let's write multiply the exponents. And what do we do to the coefficients? We power the coefficient. So you actually do what it tells you to do on the coefficient. So for our first example, if I say x squared, y cubed, z to the 5th, and all of that to the 4th power.
So we just do, okay.
Wait, just let me finish writing it down. It's okay. I appreciate the enthusiasm. You multiply 4 times each of these exponents. So for your x, you'll do 2 times 4, which is
8, 6.
8. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay. Then you're going to multiply 3 times 4, which is? Then you're going to multiply 5 times 4, which is? Fantastic. Dos más and then study guide. Anybody have any questions so far?
So like the study guide about this stuff.
Why do we ask things like that? I never give you a study guide that's not on what we're talking about.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. Like, it's
Just stop. Alright, so if I say 4 e to the 5th f squared g cubed.
4 e 1 thing.
It's all one thing. Are we going to multiply 4 times 3 or are we going to do 4 cubed? 4 cubed. So 4 times 4 is? Times 4 is? No.
32.
No. It's 64. So, this is a coefficient. We wrote that we power the coefficients. You do 4 times 4 times 4, and you get 64. So everybody see what it's going to look like in your calculator. You can also hit 4, this button right here. That gives it an exponent, and then hit 3. Boom. Isn't it magic? Alright, now, We're going to do 5 times 3, and we get?
15.
Now, what are we going to do with the 2 and the 3?
Multiply.
2 times 3 is? Alright, now what does this exponent of the g
We
have?
don't have anything.
It has a 1. Yeah, take a point. So what's 1 times 3?
We took a point.
No. Do we need to do one more, or are we good?
No, we're good.
Let's do one more? Okay.
94 days, so-
I did say dos más.
We're not going to
Alright.
sit here and acknowledge what I just did.
It's pretty awesome.
Why do you need so much attention?
I crave it.
I know.
It's what makes me live. I go home and, choke on Zaxby's french fries when I go to work and want to die.
I don't even know what's happening anymore. Alright. You want to try this one without me?
Yeah.
Try it without me. Do negative 3 to the 5th power. So that's negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. 5 times. You're welcome. They're back there. In that tub behind my binders, yes. If you're going to use the caret button, put it in parentheses.
Carrot button.
That's what that up is. That up button is called a caret. If you use that, put in parentheses. Always put your negatives in parentheses. Thank you. Oh, I don't know what just happened. Yes. Do what? Okay.
Negativo 3 porque vas a multiplicar 5